Hi friends, welcome to Testimony Tuesday. Have you ever realized that we can use our birth order to help with our parenting skills? Yes, it's really true. Welcome, and I hope that this finds you well today. It just dawned on me not too long ago that my birth order has really been helping me with my parenting, and let me explain to you why. So my upbringing was not traditional, not even close. So for 14 years of my life, I was considered the only child. And it was interesting because I told you in my testimony video that my mom and I were almost like sisters, and my grandparents raised me. And it was really cool because they really did an amazing job. I mean, I owe so much to them. And it was neat because I was able to help and learn skills that maybe I wouldn't have learned had I been raised in a traditional home. And I was able to help my grandparents, and I'll get into that in another video another day, but it really helped me with skills I learned today, I use today. And 14 years after that, after I was considered only child, my half brother, Justin, was born. And it was my mom's, I don't want to say second marriage because she wasn't married to my father, but my stepfather and her had my brother Justin. And then all of a sudden, it's almost like instead of being a sister, it was like motherly in a sense because I had learned how to change diapers. I had to learn how to hold a baby correctly. And, I didn't realize at that point how much it really took to, take care of a baby. Because before that, when I was babysitting, it was very different. It was children that were a little older, no babies, and no one that was really related to me. So I had to learn quick how to take care of a baby. So within a span of time, I went from only child to, older sister. And I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't. I learned a lot. And my brother and I were close for many years. And it was a neat relationship because I was a sister, but then I was almost like a motherly role to him. And we had a lot of great times together, and I wouldn't change it for anything. And fast forwarding years later, once my biological father passed away, I met my sister for the first time, and she was 21, I was 16, and it was cool because now I am a younger sibling, and that was just something I never experienced before. To have someone 5 years older than me to really look out for me and to be that big sister that I had never had. And I'll tell you, I love that so much because I was so used to being the motherly, the helping people. So to have a sister look out for me was just very unusual. It's cool. And I wouldn't change her for anything. I've learned a lot of great, traits from her too. She's helped me to build my confidence. She's helped me to, take initiative and to build up leadership skills. So, whatever your place is, whether you're only, middle, or baby, you can take that, whatever your position is, and apply it to parenting. I really mean that. And it's cool because my story is unique. Well, everyone has a unique story. So I'm just sharing mine. So being a product of oldest and youngest, I'm also the middle child too, really. And the middle child placement has really taught me a lot lately. And that has helped me to reach out to my middle child. If you have more than one child, don't forget about your middle child. That's what my message is today. Because sometimes that middle child feels overlooked. They feel like they're not important because, the oldest one is first and they're, accomplishing things. And then the youngest, is the outgoing, look at me. Sometimes that middle child gets overlooked. And I have a middle child, and he's my only boy. And I'll tell you, I've been feeling myself just kind of, reaching out to him more. And not that my other children are not important. I'm not saying that at all. But I will tell you in families, and I have seen it with my own two eyes, that middle child gets overlooked a lot. So if you do have, that middle child, just reach out to them. They need it. They need the, building up and the encouragement because especially now, with the society that we live in, the, social media, we really need, and I'm preaching at me here. I'm talking at me, but we need to, watch their social media use. Make sure that we're complimenting them. Make sure we're building them up, because you're setting them up for success. And like I said, I'm not discounting, oldest and youngest here. I'm not. But I feel that in a lot of ways, the oldest and youngest, they kind of outshine that middle child. So, just paying attention to each one, and then using, your gifts and your, upbringing, and bringing that to the table. I really think that, your kids, I know your kids are watching you more than you realize. So just displaying that, saying all those things, not just barking orders, do this, do that, displaying thank you, displaying please. Because one thing I did learn, and maybe I had done it and I didn't realize it, but when I was on a trip with my sister, she was barking orders at me. I'm not trying to talk bad about her on here, but it got me thinking, man, am I doing that? I need to say, please, can you do this? I need to be saying thank you more. Maybe I was doing that as the bigger sister with my baby brother. Maybe I was barking around orders. So, just take, what you came with and learn and grow from that. And just speak into your kids. I mean, you'll never regret it. If anything, I wish I had more patience when my kids were younger. I would get frustrated and think, oh, I wish these kids would grow up. Well, now they're growing up. And I'm just hoping that, if you're a young mom watching me, just take what I'm telling you and learn, and just realize, what? They're not going to be little forever. Try to meet your kid where they're at. Maybe they don't see things the way that, this person sees it, or the way you see things. So just try to come to their level and compliment them. You never can throw out too many compliments, but be realistic about it. You don't want to tell a kid, oh, you're doing such a great job. Well, maybe they're not doing a great job. Maybe just instead say, hey, you can do this. Let's work on that together. Just come alongside of them. You'll never look back and say, man, I over complimented them, or I did too much. No, if anything, we need to stop doing too much as far as doing things for them, and just instead teaching them the skills. So yeah, I want to mention one thing before I do sign off, is there is a great book out there. I need to read it. I did see his podcast, but I can tell that the book is going to be amazing. And it's by Dr. Kevin Leman. And he talks about the birth order. And it sounds super interesting. His podcast was amazing on that. And he's very helpful. And he's kind of a comedian too. It's really funny. You should look him up. His last name is spelled Lehmen. I think it's Men. And, whatever we can do as parents to lift up our kids, we really, and like I said, I'm talking to myself, we really need to do better, because they need us. And, each one of your children has a unique gift. So try to focus on what their gift is and nurture it, build them up, and tell them that they can do this. Don't let them, push that aside just so they can succeed by, today's standards. Like my son is amazing at playing piano. I really want to just keep building that up and feeding that into him. Hey, Andrew, you're doing great at that piano. Don't give that up. Olivia, you're really good at art. Don't put the art away. You're really good at that. And Savannah, you're really good at acting out and singing, and just, and each one of your children has a gift, okay? And you'll know what it is. So, friends, I really hope that, you find value in this today, and, leave me a comment. Let me know, what are some of the gifts your kids have? I know they have them. And what are some ways that you think that, your upbringing can help with your parenting? I'd love to hear about it, because I'm learning and growing too every day. Even though my kids are growing up, I'll never stop being Mother Hen Kelly, ever. So yes, I really hope this finds you well, and you have a great day, and that you can take something away from this video. Until next time, friends, be blessed and know that I love you, and more importantly, God loves you. See you next time.